What's going on, my little lottery ticket buying motherfuckers? Let's move on. Okay. I talked about things going with the fines and taxes, property taxes, home values. I'll get into more stuff, but I'm trying to condense a lot of things in some short videos. And trust me, I guess I'm the only one that's like retarded enough to do that in that language. So, all right, here we're gonna talk about this now. Okay, the value of things after. Okay, after the economic downturn, one of the things that immediately start to have a wild valuation is food. Okay, food is one thing that, you know, hurricane things fly off the shelf, whatever. You know, during coronavirus, how many people were online, and there was a lot of price gouging and stuff like that. You guys already had a lot of experience with this, but guess what? The main event is yet to come. Okay, remember I talked about that there's the classes and the masses. Well, the classes have been preparing for this for a long time. So the idea is they've been buying up the farms, they've been buying up everything. The fucking Mac house, production. I mean, you just name it. Anything with food, clean water, fuel, everything. This is like the monopoly board. Okay, they're buying out all the fucking things like the utilities and everything. So one of the first things that after a downturn, the prices go bananas is like, I don't know, you want to take it? Come on. I don't know, chicken, say $100. You come back in an hour, it may not be here, but it may be $150 on top of the $800. That's happened in a lot of places. And for those of you that, Christ, look at the last year's freeze in Texas. Look at some of the stories that are coming out of there. I read some of the stories and I was just like, and that's American, that's Texas. Some of the shit that I was hearing, fuel for generators, like people were literally like, fucking like, if you want it, this is the price. But my kids are freezing. I don't give a fuck about your kids. So the first thing you're gonna feel is you're gonna feel food. Why are you gonna feel food? Because during a downturn, two things happen. Food production slows and food availability becomes scarce. So since food is something that perishes, you know, except for canned goods and stuff like that, but somebody can get to the supermarket when they hear something before you and say, fuck it, I'm taking 5,000 cans of Chef Boyardee home and I'm gonna be selling them for $20 a can. Even though the $20 is just gonna be worth like $5, but you get the idea. Or I'm just gonna be surviving at home. I think there's riots out there. Anyway, crazy, it's true though. Having money at home during a downturn is very, 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 very important and very smart. You need to have it. Rich people always have money at hand. It's not that rich people are smarter, but they're smarter. And by the way, there are a lot of rich people that are completely stupid when it comes to this subject. Because when I come across them, they give me that look like, are you telling me that one day the banks can close down? I'm like, yeah, fucking could close down. And let me tell you something. You should see the look in their face because they thought they were insulated from everything. All of a sudden, they find out that they could be touched. That actually happened last year in New York City during the riots. For all you cats that live over on Park Avenue, tell me how you felt when those cars, those SUVs, those stolen cars from New Jersey, full of yoked out motherfuckers were cruising Park Avenue looking for victims. Remember how that was? And your doorman was telling you, get in, get back. Stories you don't hear about, right? During the first window of any type of crisis, from our families out in Greece and Italy during the downturn 2008 in Spain, okay, to our people in Argentina, to our brothers and sisters behind the line in Venezuela, food is one of the things that immediately people think they have to go out and get. And they've done studies on this. So it's just one of the reasons why when I see another society go through something, I'm like, why didn't people have X amount of food? Why didn't they have cash available? Because your market, your supermarket, you really think that like a Whole Foods, and I don't go to fucking Whole Foods, just saying. got my reasons. Fuck it, I'll say it. During the whole coronavirus thing, I saw something and it fucking perturbed me. There was a sign on the window and it said, credit cards only, no cash allowed. Now, for most people, they were like, yeah, whatever. They went in. What about the poor people that only had cash, don't have credit cards? When I saw that, they basically divided who's going to be their customer. In my fucking city, I saw that. I saw them do it. Our own people put up a sign delegating that they didn't want the, for lack of a better word, cash holders. Now you go, no, but cash can give coronavirus. So can pushing fucking buttons a billion times, entering your PIN while you swipe the card. I think that that's something that people have to understand, that when I saw that here in America, but here in my city, no cash, cards only, I said to myself, yep, you're correct on what's coming. Imagine if all you had was cash because your cards no longer worked or were maxed out. Is it possible that you could be standing outside of a place that had, by the way, all of a sudden heavy security? How do you get food for your family? Things like that are lessons that I'm trying to share with you. You're like, Lou, but this is about AMC. No, it's not. No, it's not. AMC is just a play. And when it pops and squeezes whatever, what do you think? I'm not going to talk about other plays. That's why I'm building the damn website. What, do I look like a fucking website guy? Like, for real, like, do I look like I'm gonna be like HTTP and the fuck out of here? But understand something. The first thing is food. The first thing you will run out of is food. And when that happens, you will be with a lot of people trying to get food. Like, who? How do we do this? Always try to make sure that you have enough food at home, that you're not out there trying to fucking stand on the line. Are they calling anybody yet? I love you, there's no food. Oh my God. You know, for people that, coronavirus, COVID, was an amazing university for the future. You saw those lines for food. You saw that. You saw middle class people lost their jobs lining up for free food that was being handed to them. You know, those packaged meals and stuff like that. People showing up. I saw people showing up in BMWs receiving food. Did anybody watch what happened to us as a society? An incredible wardrobe, an expensive lease, but you're down in South Beach waiting to get a basket of food to feed your kids. They shut down the rents, they shut down mortgage payments, they said no evictions. What do you think is gonna happen when all those protection things end and people have to face rental payments? I could tell you New York City is a ghost town. It crippled this fucking city. Okay? What's gonna happen? We're gonna have mass evictions. We're gonna have a lot of people that are behind on their mortgage. And gee, where do the people behind on their mortgage, where do they go to when they can't pay back all those missing payments because of coronavirus? The rental apartment. Getting back to food. Google it. Who's buying up all the farmlands? And for my Australian brothers, I could just tell you one thing. You guys are going to fight the egg rolls. And yes. I didn't say Heidi. The egg roll didn't come from the land of, I'm going to hurt Lou. Lou's exposing what we're going to do. We're going to hurt you. Your farmlands, Australia, they came, they bought them up. Who do you think you're going to be buying food from? The same people that make sure that their people get their food rationed over there. Okay? So very soon, it's going to come time to feed them to the fucking crocodiles. Only fucking Australians want to take you out to the fucking bush. No, you gotta loot. You have to see the crocodiles. I don't gotta see no fucking crocodile. Take me to the JW Marriott. I don't gotta go out there. Fucking, they got birds that attack you out there. How do you fucking people live out there? I was at Starbucks fucking afraid for my life. Like, is there a spider in this motherfucker? I would have seen a butterfly. I would have turned into a half a transmit for that could crack. I love you fucking people, but Jesus, man, it's time to start killing those saltwater crocs. When I heard there was crocodiles in the ocean, I'm Puerto Rican. That fucked me up. I was like, how can there be crocodiles? And don't you got killer sharks out there? Like, what the fuck? Is like Godzilla monsters out there? Anyway, moving on. Food. When things start to get bad, don't go crazy. Don't run to the supermarket grabbing everything. Fuck everybody. But just make sure, especially if you're older, especially if you're a woman by yourself, especially if you have kids, make sure that you got things taken care of. And you guys as a man of men, fathers and husbands, you don't want to be looking at everybody like, I fucked up. I got my car polished in detail, but I don't got food for my kids tonight. Understand, you got a responsibility for people. Remember that you need to have these things available. Things start going a certain way. Don't be like the idiots here that were just running towards supermarkets. And I saw this with my own fucking eyes, like, holy fuck, New York is starting to unwind. Okay? So make sure you have some food. When things start getting, you can Google it up. What kind of food should I have? Perishable, emergency food, whatever. You need to have that because, remember, when the banks shut down to protect themselves with your money, I love money. Guess what? What do you think is going to be next? Okay? Quick message to out the breakdown afterwards. I'll do that one as well. But remember, you gotta have the food. You gotta have the cash at home. People go, what about gold, silver? We'll get to that. But first, you have to understand, society hasn't collapsed. It's just a downturn. And downturns now in the Western world start to bring a little bit more chaos. So you have to be prepared so you're not out there, hey, hi, could I buy some groceries? Get the fuck out of here. Oh shit, the cat's not eating. All of a sudden the cat's on a stick. So, food. Gotta have cash on you. Because if there's some type of disturbance with the economic stuff that's coming in the future, you don't want to be out there looking for a buck and half a bag of Cheetos. Okay? Melania, don't worry about it. You give me a call, don't worry about it. But you know what? Don't worry about it. It's okay. You're learning, right? AMC? That's going to take care of itself. Okay? Don't worry about it. Lambos. You want to drive a Lambo in fucking Somalia? Atlanta. Tell me how safe it was driving around in an expensive car last summer. Shit, tell me how fucking safe it is tonight.